so now we're going to move on to talking about from DNA to protein. Okay, this is chapter 15 material. These are just different proteins that are found in our body. We've got immunoglobulin proteins, hemoglobin, we talked about that protein, insulin, we'll hear about that later, adenylate kinase, glutamine synthetase. These are all different proteins that are found within our body. And what's interesting is that our DNA, our genes, they are the instructions on how to make proteins. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, that is the genetic code. That's the instructions. That's a hereditary information that gets passed from generation to generation. That's a hard copy. Now, RNA is a temporary copy that's copied from that DNA. Okay? RNA stands for ribonucleic acid. We talked about deoxyribonucleic acid, that's DNA. RNA is ribonucleic acid. And then RNA is actually, the sequence of RNA is going to be read by an organelle in our cells known as the ribosome. And based upon that sequence, the ribosome is going to assemble a protein out of the 20 different amino acids that we have. Okay, so RNA carries the instructions on how to make a protein. Now this is DNA. This strand here, which direction is this strand going? Down. Going down. From 5' to 3'. That's right, it's going down like this. And this strand over here, it's going up, exactly. It's in the opposite direction. So here's the 5', here's the 3', so it's going in that direction. That's DNA. Now, how do we know RNA is different from DNA? Okay, it's going to have uracil instead of which of these? Thymine. It has uracil as a base instead of thymine. How else? It's one strand. That's exactly right. It's single-stranded. So instead of being double-stranded, RNA is just going to be single-stranded. And we see that here's uracil. We have A, G, C, and instead of T, instead of thymine, RNA has uracil. Now another important difference is the sugar. What is the sugar in RNA?
Yes.
Ribose. Right. That's why we call it ribonucleic acid. Right? Because it's ribose. So the sugar here is ribose. There's our sugar. And in DNA, it's deoxyribose. Deoxy, that means we're missing this oxygen right here. All right? So if we look over here, no oxygen. Deoxyribose. It's ribose, missing that oxygen. Okay? So we have ribose in RNA. Okay? And as we mentioned, here are the nucleotides that make up RNA or DNA. With DNA, we're going to have adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine as this base. With RNA, we're going to have adenine, guanine, cytosine, but we're going to have uracil instead of thymine. Okay, so these are the pyrimidines in DNA, thymine and cytosine. What are the pyrimidines